guys, this is Kurt with my instructor Colton. I wanted to demonstrate I call it reverse jaw thrust. It's a pressure point, very similar to mandibular angle. It's going to look like a rear naked choke approach, and so this is perfect for law enforcement because it's absolutely not a choke. I'm not putting any pressure on his windpipe or his carotid arteries. You'll see what I'm talking about. So it doesn't matter how we get there. Actually, could you stand up real quick?
Yep.
Guys, you've seen another video where Valerie was using the rear takedown on me. When you're from back here, it's a hip thrust, and a lot of times I just come in here and the person comes down super controlled. I might do something like this and get into a rear naked choke position. And in jiu-jitsu, we'd go into a seatbelt position. I would try to get up under the neck and go in rear naked choke. Well, obviously, cops, we're not doing that. Unless, of course, you're fighting for your life. Neither here or there. But I'm in this position, and he's going to defend against the choke. I might pull out, or maybe I'm starting from this position, which I like actually more. Just be careful not to extend yourself too far in. Feel like, thank you. So I come here, and remember the mandibular angle. I'm not actually trying to get up underneath like the mandibular angle. I'm actually thrusting into the jaw, and then I'm going to have Colton show me his variation that he uses, and you can use either or. So again, I come across, and I'm using the bony part of the arm. Come across, I gable grip, I'm pulling in, and I'm bringing my elbows in at the same time, and I'm expanding my chest. And see, he just tapped because it's a lot of pressure on the jaw. So again, and then I could come back under and get into an arm bar. You remember the tactical get-up variation where I remount or go into handcuffing. So I'll let Colton show his variation. I really like his variation. His is more like the reverse jaw thrust. It's very potent.
So again, the same thing, we're in this position. This technique is usually when somebody drops their chin down rather than all the way around, or I miss it. So whatever I'm doing, I'm feeding in. There's a couple ways. Let's say I pick the head up, but I can't get it. I can't get under the neck, and now I'm here, and I'm in this position. So now I've got his jaw hooked. A lot of times, a lot of systems say this is the end, the choke's been defended, but I still have a pressure point. I'm just hooking the front of my elbow in front of his nose, trying to get the crook of my elbow over his jaw, chin, mouth, whatever I can get, just somewhere on the lower part of the face. I'm sliding in like I am going to rear naked choke, and now I press into me while pressing forward. Woo! And at that point, what I'm doing is I'm taking the pressure on his lower jaw, and I'm trying to drive it back up towards his neck. It's a lot of pressure, and you'll feel it right here. It's very good if you're down, if you're on the ground, and I get to leverage up, or if I'm on somebody's back and they've proned out and I can't get underneath.
Good example, because like I'm doing you could arrest me.
Exactly. So this might be a situation where I come in and I'm going for a choke, but let's say he tucks his chin and I can't get it. And now I'm here. This is also very common. I can do the same thing, but now when I arch, I get to arch with my hips. Without you, I get to arch my hips up as I do it. And I don't even need that double hand lock on it. I can use a gable grip, and sometimes I can leverage in on the shoulder and get the same kind of pressure. If I'm here, I can do the same thing and pressure up. That one's a little bit more if I'm trying to lift his head.
Yeah, guys, be careful not to turn it into a head crank. Just turn it into a jaw thrust. But then voice commands. Get your hands out. Put your hands behind your back. And then you get that rear mount that I like so much. Now guys, on CNN, it's going to look like a choke. But as rural officers, at least from my agency and most of the officers that this is going out to are rural officers, you're not going to get nearly as much video. And you can articulate the hell out of it on paperwork. I was not anywhere near the windpipe, that it was a jaw thrust maneuver, pain compliance. We already teach the mandibular angle, center of the ear. We'll do a whole stupid video on pressure points. I say stupid. They're awesome. I've used them quite a bit. But, all right, any questions or comments, send it out, and we'll get back to you. Anything to add? Or?
Just one thing. If you want to see this in practice, if you look at the Conor and Khabib fight, MMA fight, when you look at the actual finish of it, you can see that Khabib's elbow is actually over Connor's chin. Connor was able to tuck his chin and prevent the choke, and Khabib, whether intentionally or just he's got so much power and pressure, went into this maneuver. Now I think he was probably choking him too, just because how tight it was, but you can actually see that it's there over his chin and it's still an effective
Good
submission.
example, Liz Carmouche and Ronda Rousey, their very first fight in the UFC, first female fight. Liz Carmouche took Ronda's back, and she had her in this exact position. How Ronda didn't tap, she's a friggin' beast, because Liz is a strong person. I would not want to get in the ring with Liz Carmouche, she's a beast. And you could see after the fight when they were interviewing Ronda, she was, she was feeling it. I guarantee she felt that for days.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Nope.
All right, guys, thanks. Send me an email.